All right, welcome back to another episode with myself, Luke. So we're going to jump straight into the charts because something major has just happened in Bitcoin. And yesterday, if you were following me, if you watched my video yesterday, I spoke about the technicals of Bitcoin, a bull scenario, but also a bearish, short-term bearish, let's say, scenario. So just very quickly on CoinMarketCap, we can clearly see the fear and greed index is at 90. Now, they like to use this as an indicator or an indication to go long and go short. When it's in extreme greed, then they start putting short positions in, and of course when we're in extreme fear. So just to highlight, I mean, we're at 90% right now, extreme greed, so just be careful out there. I do expect a giant pullback at some point. I mean, none of this again is financial advice. It's just my theory, my take on the market. So whatever I say is just educational purposes only. So don't trade, don't buy anything because of what I say, and you can read the description below. So yeah, just looking at this, the fear and greed index, I mean, this can move very, very fast over the next few weeks, even few days. So we're going to look at the current price of Bitcoin in just a second and analyze that. But as you can see, crypto bubbles, everything is still pumping today, despite Bitcoin having a rejection. It could just be a small rejection. We still could go to that price target that I spoke of yesterday. If we don't, then I'm going to show you the Fibonacci retracement levels where we could go to next. So yeah, I mean, over the week, over the past 7 days, everything's been pumping. If you go straight through, all the way through the top 1,000, even beyond the 1,000, randomly go here, I mean, pretty much everything is in the green. So it's true, if Bitcoin does take a massive dump, a massive hit, then altcoins will probably go down a lot more, and that will be an opportunity to dollar cost average into any altcoin that you're interested in. So it's very difficult when you see massive green days like we have been seeing over the past few weeks. It's very difficult. A lot of people just keep buying when they see green. It's just human nature. It's the psychological aspect of the market. You see green, you buy. It's difficult to buy when everything's in red. So, but that's the time when you should be buying, in my opinion, of course. When everything's in the red, when something's minus 30 or 40, it is difficult to buy, but that's the moment when, I mean, personally for me, I should be buying. Okay, but again, you do as you wish. So yeah, altcoins they're still, I mean, today, what was the daily? It's, yeah, pretty good all around. There's a few things in the red, minus. It's not too bad despite Bitcoin having its rejection. So jumping over straight into the charts, we're currently sitting at 67,000 US dollars. And yeah, so on my previous video, I mean, I've set this red line here, this resistance, and it's almost touched it perfectly. That's because if we go back, let's take it to the weekly. Let's just scroll out of here. There we go. So you can see I've just put that resistance here because this was the peak of the last run, and right now we've just touched it slightly. Well, technically we haven't touched the red line, but we're just, yeah, let's go back to the daily. Could this be the reversal? Could we be having a dump now, a healthy rejection, let's call it, for the next leg up? Personally, I think so, but I want to be objective. I did draw out this bullish pennant pattern yesterday. I saw this form over the weekend, and the price target is still around 74,000 US dollars. So the technicals are pointing for this resistance to be broken to the $74,000 mark. However, we have to look at the history of Bitcoin, and the history, like I just showed you, all the way back. Okay, let's just go back to the weekly. It'll be way easier. Let's fit this. And I've gone too far back. There we go. So yeah, we're clearly at this key point right now. I mean, we don't have any price points after the 69k because it's never gone past. So in my opinion, I'm going to stick to it. I think we're going to have a rejection very, very soon. Well, I mean, if we look at the daily, we've just been rejected off the 69k or 68, whatever. So could this be the start of a retracement? So the bullish aspect is that we go up to 74,000 on the daily. So that's still there. Personally, again, I would not be trading this at all. I could be wrong. I mean, Bitcoin could just go straight through this. But as soon as we go past this last all-time high, then we are in no man's land. And Bitcoin, usually, if you look at the history, it will just pump straight through and we start going up a lot faster, and we start creating new all-time highs. So personally, I don't think we're going to go, if we do go above it, I think we're going to instantly, I'm just going to put that out there, going to get a rejection. And yeah, I just, for some reason, I just can't see Bitcoin, even though the technicals are pointing to this target, I just can't see it going past this line. And I hope I'm wrong. I hope Bitcoin just absolutely pumps and goes to new all-time highs, goes to that 100k in the next week or so. But yeah, it's just remaining, you know, not to chase the market if you're going to trade this. If you want to trade, then just wait for that pullback, and maybe that's what's happening right now. So how do we, where could we pull back to? So maybe that was some comments somebody asked me previously. Well, I like to use the Fibonacci. So if we take the Fibonacci, I mean, this morning I also watched Carl from the Moon. He spoke about the Fibonacci retracement, and it's a fantastic tool if you want to use this as an indicator of where the market could be going next. So the Fibonacci, I'm taking it from the low of 2022 back in November time, and to our current top right now. So you can clearly see the different levels of where we could head to. So the 0.618 is always a target where Bitcoin most likely could go to, and it likes to hit, you know, the 0.38 level, the 0.5 and the 618 level. It just loves to retrace to the 0.618 level if you look at the history with the Fibonacci. So yeah, the 0.618 level is a good level to look at, and that's around $36,000. So could we go all the way back down there? Well, that would be a price decrease from here. That would be a 46% dump. So could we see that? Is it a possibility? Well, yeah, everything's a possibility in Bitcoin and crypto. So if you want to trade this, you can go ahead. I mean, especially when you look at the fear and greed index, it's at 90. What was it again? 90. Yeah, 90%. So somebody did say on a channel yesterday that he likes to use that as an indicator to trade, to go long, to go short. So if you want to trade this, I mean, you can. If you're using leverage on Bybit, Bitflex, with a 46%, if you use a 10x leverage, you make 460% with this dump. So personally, I wouldn't, I don't go short during a bull market, because, you know, these pullbacks are quite quick, and then we go back up to another leg. You can't really time it properly, but anyway, it is what it is. We could be going back down to those levels, and then the 0.5 and also the 0.38 is at 48k, and the 0.5 is at 42,000, which it's a nice area. We've got a lot of support here at 43,000. Personally, I think we probably go to the 0.5, so the 50% level, at 43,000. So that would be a price drop of 37%. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now that we're getting closer to that halving event, which is just around the corner. It's like 40 days or so away. So I expect a lot of volatility. to come in. Maybe it will be a buy the rumor, sell the news event, and we do dump at some point, maybe just before the halving, like we did in the last halving. We had that dump of 65-66%. I'm not saying we're going to dump 65-66%, but yeah, I'm expecting some high volatility and come down and retest these areas. So I mean, you can use the Fibonacci. I like that tool a lot, just to see where we could retrace. So if you're going to go long, then maybe just wait for one of these levels. You can put multiple longs, multiple trades in, and get one of these levels, and then ride it up for the next leg higher. All right, so just one more thing before I finish today's episode. I think it was yesterday or last week. No, it was yesterday. I was using the Bollinger Bands as a reference, and yeah, you can go and check that video out. I'm not going to explain it now. But yeah, as you can see, we touched the top of it, and it looks like we're getting rejected. Yeah, I explained a bit more in one of my last, I think it was yesterday's video last week as well, that we don't normally stay out too long, so out of these Bollinger Bands. So yeah, we're coming back into it. So personally, right now, what I'm seeing is a rejection, and hopefully we don't completely dump right now, because then all of the altcoins will probably go down 60-70%, but that's a good buying opportunity. What I prefer to see is something like this, where we keep trading sideways with Bitcoin. We gradually come back down towards the halving. We just keep going sideways, because if we do that, if we keep going sideways and Bitcoin remains strong in those areas, then altcoins will have a massive altcoin season. If that were to happen. So I'm expecting a huge altcoin season if Bitcoin just holds or consolidates around this period, or gradually goes down and it doesn't dump. Because if it dumps hard, then the rest of the space will tank as well. So yeah, I'm hoping to see some sort of consolidation or a little bit of the downside, and then altcoins will absolutely rip. So let me know what you think in the comments section below. Again, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, smash up the like button as well. It helps with the algorithm, and I will be with you next time with another video, hopefully tomorrow, and yeah, with more Bitcoin TA, and we'll look at some altcoins together as well in gaming and in AI. So thanks guys and girls for watching. Have a great day, and see you next time.